Hey my beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your your mid-January 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are well. Couple things to note before I start today's video. I just want to mention, if you're interested in any sort of personal service, you can check the link in the description below. You can find my website there, and then you can see if personal services are available. There is going to be a weekly limited cap, so there will be moments where you want to purchase any kind of personal service and it might be out of stock. Just note that it gets restocked so you guys can check in on a weekly basis for the website if that is something you're interested in. Please do watch out though. In terms of people who are scammers, there's many people who impersonate me and many other tarot readers, and they try to, DM you on Instagram, DM you on different social medias, pretending to be me or somebody else, and then they will say, hey, would you like a reading? And then they'll try to they'll try to run off with your money. Just be careful. If you ever want personal services from me, it's only from my website, okay? And that'll always be linked in the description below. So, without further ado, how are you, Libra? I hope you're doing great. And let's see what we got going on here regarding your mid-January 2023. So what do we got showing up here for Libra? Please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout mid-January 2023. What information is going to be in store here, please, for the lovely zodiac sign of Libra? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Having a look here at the overall energy, we begin today's reading here with an Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles jumping on in here for you. It's going to be one of those cards of an opportunity presenting itself. I'm hearing like an opportunity falling in your hand or an opportunity falling in your lap. Something here kind of just appears. So I don't feel like it's necessarily expected. It kind of feels to me like it just showed up and you're like, whoa, okay, So some sort of opportunity seems to be making an appearance, but it's not something I feel you directly expected. Okay. All right. Jumping on into the current situation for you. 7 of Swords. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. And whoa, 3 of Swords coming on in here as well. All right, Libra. So some pretty intense energies coming into play. Let's go ahead and talk about it for your mid-month. So 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. I want to give Libras the warning to really watch out for their investments. Now, investments on any level, this is investments financially, this is investments in correspondence to love, this is investments in who you can trust. I think this is a time to really, really be mindful of who you can trust. Now, if this is about trusting people with your money, trusting businesses, corporations, or trusting your own personal investments into something that's out of your control, just really beware. I think this is going to be a time to check twice before you make any kind of moves. Now, of course, with Mercury being in retrograde as well, things can get misinterpreted very, very quickly. So if you're signing any documents, if you are getting a lease on a car, if you are getting a mortgage for a house, before you sign anything, especially in terms of legality, really take the time to review the information you're seeing and ask questions so that nothing gets misinterpreted. All right, so that's one thing I want to note. But in terms of just general investment, I do feel like there could be a little bit of deception at play here. And I'm not sure exactly what this will tailor to, whether it's love, whether it's financial, whatever the case might be. You'll know, though, because this will resonate how it resonates to you specifically. So 3 of Swords, you're not happy about it. You're not happy about somebody's deception here, especially in terms of the investments you've made. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarification real quick. Tell me about, first and foremost, the 7 of Pentacles. I want to know about these investments that Libra's made. So we have here the 2 of Swords. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. I definitely feel empty promises of fortune at hand. And when I say empty promises of fortune, I mean somebody here made an empty promise that they would fulfill something that they never lived up to. So let's say if we're talking about love for a moment here, Libra, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Pentacles, this is the person that says, I promise I'm going to be your everything. I'm going to give you everything. We're going to have the most amazing future in the world. If this is a promise here of finances, maybe a company reaches out to you and says, I'm going to make you so much money and you're going to be so rich. And then it's just an empty promise because at the end of the day, do they ever fulfill their bargain? So despite what kind of situation you're dealing with, you were promised something big in return of an investment that you invested into. If you invested your heart into somebody, they promised to protect it. If you invested your heart into somebody, they promised to cherish it, honor it, love it, and to create a wonderful relationship. And I don't believe that that was shown back in return, So however it resonates to you personally, you promised, or, you invested based upon a promise here that was an empty promise. All right, is what I'm seeing here so far for you, Libra. Moving along here forward, do tell me about the Three of Swords. Why do we have the Three of Swords here for Libra? I mean, granted, Three of Swords is definitely noting that you're upset about this situation. Three of Swords, though, is also saying that you're currently isolating yourself from the situation. So chances are, Libra, currently you're not communicating here to somebody who you made a bad investment into, or to a or into a situation you made a bad investment into. You're definitely separate from it. But Queen of Swords, I like to actually see that here for you. Not Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. The thing is, though, is that despite the fact right now, Libra, that you are in a position to where you're upset and to where you're separating yourself from a negative situation, you have enough energy in you to continue to rise up and to pick yourself up and to not let yourself fall. Queen of Wands is that card of empowerment. I feel like going through this situation you've went through, you're going to become incredibly empowered to the point where this situation is not knocking me down. It's not kicking me down. It will not be the end of me. Okay? I have a lot in me that's going to motivate me. All this negativity, all this sadness, or whatever you've experienced out of this false investment or bad investment, it has motivated you here to get something really good out of your life experience. So Queen of Wands showing up here for you. You're not getting knocked down in the slightest, but instead, it's motivating you to get the heck up and to really, really make sure you're now navigating yourself towards an awesome life. Very good. I like that for you. You know what? I've definitely understanding of this, because I've definitely noticed that my best transformations was when I was down. My biggest transformations was when I wasn't in the best of places. And I think that that's a pretty common thing for everybody, because when we hit that point where we feel like we've lost everything, or where we feel like we've just dealt with a lot of intense energies and we're already down, it makes you all the more motivated to get back up, because you don't like being where you are when you're down. So where do you want to go? You want to go up, up, up. So what I feel here for you, Libras, is despite the fact of whatever deception you may have faced, in the end, it has made you more motivated than anything. And you wish still you didn't have to experience the deception you've experienced, but if you can name one good thing that came from it, the one good thing is that I'm hella fucking motivated right now to be living my best life. Hell yeah. I love that for you. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and move along here forward. Let's have a look here and see now what it is you can expect throughout the, let's see what's coming in here for you first throughout your mid-January 2023. So what's going to be coming in here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2023. And what do we have? We have here the Princess of Cups, which is going to be the page. We have here the Queen of Cups. And then lastly for you, we do have here the Six of Cups showing up here as well. So Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups for what's coming in here for you. I definitely want to say your past is no longer going to be what holds you back, because you're no longer allowing your past to have specific repetition. What I mean by this, Libra, is maybe you've been in positions before where people have done the same exact thing that has happened here in mid-January. Maybe you've been around people who have deceived you, people who have hurt you, people who have made you these empty, broken promises and have left you with no fulfillment whatsoever, even though that was their intention or promise that they said they would do. You might have been in positions where you've dealt with this a lot in your past, and you're like, you know what? Empty promises at this point don't mean shit to me. And I'm going to be in a period of time right now where I'm not allowing these empty promises to keep on becoming a burden of my life. I'm recognizing that if I can trust one person in this world, the number one person I can make a promise to and trust is myself. So with this realization right now, I definitely feel like you're in a position right now where you're learning to trust yourself a lot more, but you're also becoming your main source of fulfillment. So that's definitely what's coming in here, jumping into mid-January 2023. You're starting to become your own source of fulfillment. And most importantly, too, you're not allowing the repetitiveness of people deceiving you to continue. Now, how are you stopping the cycle rather than feeling helpless and bound to the same old thing? Well, how you choose to stop this cycle, Libra, is that you choose to no longer give in to the words that people may tell you, but instead you're here now to see the actions. So you're done listening to words. Your words can be 1,000 different amazing things, but action is what's going to prove to me whether or not somebody is going to want me to be invested with them. But most importantly, it's going to prove to me on whether or not I made a good investment or not. So you're all about the action. You're not about the broken promises anymore. You're not about the words from other people anymore. Libras here want to see action going forward. So taking a look at what's coming in here for you, I definitely feel like you're learning to rely on yourself a lot more. You are becoming your main source of fulfillment. You are no longer allowing the past repetitive cycles you've dealt with where people have deceived you to continue, because you're done giving trust and putting trust into people who have not showed you that they're worthy of or deserving, of said trust. People need to prove to you that they can be trustworthy. People need to prove to you that they're worth the investment. So you're going to make sure that you're keeping a close eye on future investments, and you're really paying attention to the people and their actions before you make those investments in the future. All right, Libra, moving along here forward though, let's have a look here and see what you can expect now throughout the rest of your mid-January. So what can Libra expect here, please? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We did have 2 cards shoot out. We got here 8 of Swords, and we have here the Knight of Wands. Moving along forward though, what else can Libra expect here, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2023. And we're going to have here the Queen of Swords and the Empress. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on into this. So taking a look here at what it is you can expect, Libra, throughout the rest of your mid-January now, we have here 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Empress. Let's talk about the 8 of Swords here to the Knight of Wands. One thing I can say here for sure is in terms of... This is one thing I'm going to want to touch bases on with you, but in terms of what you can expect going forward, I do feel like you're going to think a lot more before you make choices in investments. But one thing that I do want to warn you, Libra, is I don't want you to become stuck inside your head every time you have to make a choice now. I don't want this to lead you to indecision or to question everybody or to question everything. There's nothing wrong with questioning people, questioning their intentions, and making sure that you see the kind of person they are before you make an investment. But when it becomes the point where you start talking yourself out of and getting stuck inside of your head, in reference to giving people chances, when you start getting to a place where you're pushing everything away, including the good people and the good situations, that's where that can go south a little bit for you. So one thing I want to mention for you, Libra, is what you can expect is you can definitely expect to be more aware and to think more before you make any investments. You're definitely going to consider a lot more before you make any investments. And when I say investments, once again, they can be financial, they can be in love, they can be in friendship, they can be in anything. So you're going to just make sure you really want something before you give it a shot. There's nothing wrong with that. But try to steer clear from falling into that energy where you're like, well, anybody can hurt me, so I might as well not be open to anybody or anything. Because when you get there, that's when you miss out on opportunity. So I just want to forewarn you of that, because I can see the situation dipping into that if it's not clarified. Okay, either way though, moving along forward, right? So 8 of Swords here, Knight of Wands, you're definitely going to be more cautious. You're proceeding with caution a lot more in terms of your investments. Queen of Swords though here to the Empress, you're going to also notice though that in terms of your personality, you're becoming a lot more of a straightforward person, is what I'm seeing here for you as well, Libra. So you're not afraid to be straightforward. You're not afraid here to tell somebody what your intentions are and what it is you're looking for and what it is you want. And you're not afraid to tell somebody what it is you're not going to tolerate going forward. So from this kind of experience, and potentially even the multiple experiences you've had in the past, similar to what you're going through right now, you are not going to allow things to just simply happen to you. You're going to state what you're looking for. You're going to state what your desires are. You're going to state what you're not going to tolerate, so people get it from the jump. And you know what? If they want to pursue, or if they want to keep going forward with you, so be it. They don't, then it is what it is. You stated your intentions and your time here wasn't wasted. So I do feel like not only are you proceeding with caution, but you are presenting yourself in a very straightforward manner, which I actually think is going to end up being a good thing here for you. I think that it's going to invoke a lot of growth here, and I think it's going to help out in many situations for you too, because we do have here the Empress card. You're not trying to show up to people like you're this cold-hearted, stone-cold person, but you're showing up to people like, I have a lot to offer. I have a beautiful heart, and I'm willing to give it to you. I have a beautiful amount of things that I'm willing here to gift in terms of investments, but I am to be cherished. I am to be respected. I am to be loved. I'm not meant to be taken advantage of, or most importantly, I'm not meant to be discarded. Okay, so I feel here for you, Libras, you're making sure that you are showing people that you're serious. And if other people don't got serious energy to bring to the table, well, there ain't going to be no dang investment. All right. And I don't blame you, Libra. I don't blame you at all. I'm a Libra moon, so I've definitely had similar situations like this happen to me in my lifetime, where I was deceived and where I made bad investments, or, I trusted people with their empty promises and it led to a bad investment. And what I learned in due time is I had to learn to be straightforward too. I had to learn to cast my intentions and set those intentions immediately and let somebody know how I feel and what I'm looking for. And I had to learn to become more of a straightforward person. And once I did, my life changed, because when I wasn't a straightforward person, being a Cancer sun and Cancer rising, it was very easy for me to get taken advantage of, because I used to be, instead of so super straightforward, I would kind of be a little more submissive in that way. And then I noticed that the more submissive I was in that way, the more people took advantage of me, and it wasn't something that was worthwhile. The more I had tolerance for other people and their mistakes, the more they walked all over me. So the more straightforward I became, the more I tolerated less. And then the more I started aligning with the things I wanted, because I didn't give time to the shit that did not resonate with me or what it is I desired. So you're on a good path here, for sure. I definitely see a really good path here going forward. And might I add, though, too, I am sorry for Libras that are going through pain here at this time. Despite the fact of the good changes that are occurring here in mid-January, you still did go through a painful situation here where somebody gave you a broken promise. And if this isn't the first time that's happened, if it's been, like I mentioned, a repetitive cycle for you, Libra, where you've just been dealing with a lot of people that gave you a lot of empty promises, it can be incredibly frustrating to ever trust somebody ever again. But I do want to let you know there are people out there that are trustworthy. There are people out there that you can believe in and that will believe in you. And there are people out there that want the same things you want and value. And the number one way, once again, that you're going to kind of find those people is by not tolerating, the individuals over here that aren't going to give you what it is you want anyways. So once you start cutting away the bad people and pushing those negative energies away, it's going to open up opportunities, Ace of Pentacles, for all the good people and good situations you're looking for to come on in and manifest in your life. All right. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and have a look here in terms of advice. Let's see what the universe has here to offer. Is there any advice showing up here from the universe for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2023? And what do we got? We got here the Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Sun, and then we do have here the Hermit. Okay, so Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Hermit. In terms of the universe is saying get specific. Right here is where I'm seeing get specific. So we have an Eight of Wands and we have a Two of Pentacles. In terms of any sort of transformation, any sort of new path you're casting yourself on, be really sure what you want. The more that you get specific on what it is you want, Libra, the easier it's going to be to get guided to your path. When you're in a position to where you're indecisive, when you're in a position to where you're not entirely sure of what it is that you desire, you will find it a lot more difficult of a journey to align somewhere worthwhile. So the universe here is trying to say, get very specific on your intentions of what you want. Let's say you're a Libra and you're looking for love. If you're looking for love, state what you will accept, state what you're looking for, put that intention out there, and then let it come to you. If you're a Libra that's looking to make good financial investments, make sure you start stating what you're not going to agree to, what you're not going to invest into, so that the universe can be directly sure of what you want sent your way. The more you can get clear on your intention, the more easier it's going to be to manifest what you want, because you'll be essentially discarding what it is you do not want. Okay, so in terms of the universe, I feel like the universe here is saying keep getting clear on what it is you want. Now we do have here the Sun, and we also have here the Hermit. This is interesting because I mentioned here with the Queen of Cups before and the Page of Cups, I said to you guys, you're going to learn to become more reliant on yourself in terms of your own fulfillment. I think that the universe is saying kind of a similar thing here. Universe is basically saying to you, Libra, in terms of your happiness, also do recognize too that your happiness comes directly from you. Yeah, other people can make you temporarily happy. Other people can temporarily make you content, but you are the only person that can truly make yourself happy and truly make yourself live a content life. So at the end of the day, keep on learning to rely on yourself in order to get the things that you want and desire in life. The more faith you put into these broken promises, the more faith you put into other people instead of yourself, the more you're going to put yourself into a position to where what you want is out of your hands. Make sure what you desire is in your hands at all times. That's what I feel like the universe here is trying to say. If you're desiring happiness, if you're desiring love, then be happy with who you are and love yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you can feel and have what it is you already desire within yourself, it will manifest externally. If you're interested in finances, and if you're interested in, making your financial situation a lot more comfortable, start identifying yourself with the value of what you're worthy and deserving of. We're getting into a lot of different topics here, and I don't want to confuse Libras on what I'm talking about. So hopefully I'm making sense here. But at the end of the day, the way that you look at yourself and what you equate and associate yourself with is what you will what you will get back in return. I often tell people, for example, in finances, if you want to make more money financially, what do you see your value as? Do you see yourself as a person valuable of making $50,000 a year, or do you see yourself valuable as a person who makes $100,000 a year? And depending on what your answer is, will be the value that you're attaining and of what it is you're manifesting. Because if you believe you can make 100 grand, you'll make 100 grand. If you believe you're worthy of that and more, you'll make more. But if you believe you're only worthy of $50,000 and that's your worth and that's all you're ever going to be worth, then that is going to be the same kind of thing you're going to manifest. So the universe here is trying to say, trust yourself a lot more, but also find what you want within yourself. Other people will come in and they will bring your desire to you. But if you can already become and feel the desire within yourself, if you can find that within who you are, then you're going to be doing fantastic. Don't rely on other people to supply it to you. For example, to be rich, don't rely on other people to make you rich. Know your own value so that you are rich. You see what I'm saying? If you know you're valuable of that $100,000 a year, then you're going to start to align to jobs in different situations that pull in and make $100,000 a year. If you believe that you are truly worthy of so much unconditional love and you unconditionally love yourself, you are going to find people externally who will align with you that will love you unconditionally as well. So we got to make sure we start finding all these desires within ourselves, because it will attract externally if we have it internally. Okay? So like I said, I might confuse some people. Hopefully I didn't, and hopefully the point that I did make was understandable and actually valuable. But if you're a Libra and you're like, Ant, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't worry about it. You can go ahead and discard this portion of the reading, but that's what I feel here that the universe is trying to mention. All right, Libra, jumping on into the outcome here for you. Let's go ahead and have a look. What's going to be the outcome here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-January 2023. And we have here a Knight of Cups, and we do have here the Ace of Swords. Okay, love that for you. Knight of Cups here to the Ace of Swords says, not only are you moving forward in a righteous direction, but you're going to be moving forward in your true path. Ace of Swords here is the card about truth. Making sure that this aligns with what it is that you exactly want going forward. So I feel like for the outcome here being the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords, what's happening here for you Libras is that you're living your life going forward, being as transparent with what it is you desire, being as transparent with what it is as you want, or what it is that you do want, but most importantly, you're going in life forward with a very limited tolerance for the stuff you're going to encounter. So you're only giving yourself away to the best. You're only making investments in the best of the best of things that align with what it is you're worthy and deserving of. All right, which is absolutely fantastic. You never want to go ahead and make an investment if it doesn't work in your favor. And if you are worthy and deserving of so much more, wait for a better investment to come in the near future. So Ace of Swords here. I know my worth, I know my value, I know my truth, and I also know what it is I'm going to tolerate and what it is I'm not going to tolerate. And Knight of Cups, I know the only direction I want to be moving forward in right now is going to be a direction that aligns and benefits with what I know I'm worthy and deserving of. So at the end of the day, that's showing up here for the outcome, and your entire perspective of self here in mid-January 2023 is definitely changing. You're definitely starting to see your value, and I really do feel like it's going to be a wonderful experience here for you overall. All right? And by the way, just to mention, Ace of Pentacles came out as the overall energy of the reading in the beginning, and even though we didn't touch too much on it, I do want to mention Ace of Pentacles is that card of something I said, right? It was almost as if something's falling in your lap or an opportunity's falling in your lap. What's happening here is that the opportunity of total change to occur and happen in your life is what I truly believe is falling in your lap. Somebody here deceived you, they hurt you, people granted empty promises, it fucking sucked, it hurt. But what did it do? It caused you to become more motivated than ever. And I think the gift here, Ace of Pentacles, is going to be that motivation. Now, this person didn't present the gift to you, all right? I don't want to make them look out to be amazing because they played you and they treated you like shit, all right? At the end of the day, I'm not giving them all this credit. But what I will say is the gift that's coming from this all is going to be that motivation. It's going to be that fire. It's going to be that flame within you that guides you to an entire change. And to an entire change of the way you view yourself, to an entire change in which investments you make, right? Whether it's an investment that's worth it to you or it's an investment that doesn't align with what you deserve. And the way that you're starting to see yourself now, seeing yourself as a person who's worthy of happiness, as a person who's worthy of the best, the more you see your value and the more you start to make your value what you know you desire, then the more your value becomes what you deserve. At the end of the day, if you're desiring to make more money, start feeling like you're valuable enough to have that money, you know? Same thing with love. If I'm valuable of unconditional love, I need to stop telling myself that I'm not able to get love. I need to stop telling myself that I'm unloved, but instead I need to tell myself that I'm worthy and deserving of love. And now that I know that I'm worthy and deserving of unconditional love, I will only offer myself up to people who provide that going forward. Okay? All right, Libra, I love it for you. Major changes happening here, and I really do like this passion and this fire that's coming in here for you with the Queen of Wands. I think that was the gift here that came in from a pretty crappy situation. At least there was a good gift from it, and it isn't even intentionally from this person. It's just, I think that at every point, and I mentioned it earlier, when we're down, we get that fire, we get that passion, we get that motivation to get back up, and it is powerful. Channel that and put in as much work as you can to start navigating and directing your life to exactly where you want to go. Remember, everything internally can resonate and manifest externally. So if you're looking for love, start loving yourself. Really start loving yourself. And guess what? It's going to attract in other people to love you. If you really want to start getting money, start seeing yourself as that valuable person who's worthy and deserving of money, because then you're going to start to manifest that money too, you know? It's an amazing thing once you guys give it a shot. So give it a shot. I promise you, you'll see a difference in your life. Okay. All right, baby. So with that being said, Libra, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope this reading was translated fine. Mercury's in retrograde. I feel like when I do readings throughout Mercury retrograde, my readings just turn into mush sometimes and don't make sense or kind of all over the place. So I hope that it was still accurate. I hope it still made sense. But nonetheless, thank you for tuning in. If you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, Libra, enjoy the rest of your mid-January, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.